Hey guys, this is Mark with Alptech1 and welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be comparing the Panasonic GH4 to the JVC GY-HM170UA. These are both 4K professional cameras that come in around $1,500. Now the major difference between these two is that one is a DSLR form factor mirrorless camera while the other one is a camcorder. Both have their pros and cons. With the JVC, you have an XLR port and more versatility of a video camera, where the GH4 has things like removable lenses and a smaller form factor. So one's a camcorder, one's a DSLR, and they're both 4K cameras and they have relatively the same price, but which one is better? Before I got the JVC camera, my main camera was the Panasonic GH4, and still is today, and then I used the JVC as a secondary camera or stuff for filmmaking. And one thing I wanted was a camera that was equivalent to the quality of the GH4, because I wanted something that you really didn't tell which camera was which, and something that looked good because I absolutely love the picture from the GH4. So how does the picture look? Well, here's something. You've been looking at me through both cameras this whole time. What? Yeah, I know. So this is camera A. I'm looking into camera A. Guess which one it is. Okay. Now this is camera B. Which one do you think this one is? A and B. Which one did you like better? Keep that in mind, because whichever one you like better the picture of, you'll probably end up liking. So camera A is the Panasonic GH4 and camera B is the JVC GY-HM170UA. Were you surprised? I do see a difference. I feel like there's a little bit more noise with the JVC, where the GH4 has a more clear image. For reference, these cameras are both set to be perfectly exposed. They're both 1/60th of a second shutter, and their apertures were adjusted properly so everything looks good. Now they're both on autofocus. I think that the JVC does have a better autofocus. The GH4 does seem to freak out a little bit if I kind of move around too much and it doesn't really know what's happening. This one does seem to have a better job at autofocus. Now audio is coming from this lavalier microphone right here. That's going into the GH4, so you know what the preamps sound like. There is a shotgun microphone on the JVC, but I'm just not using that right now just because this is a little bit better. As for which camera I like, I really don't know. I like the GH4 because it does have the versatility of being able to move it around. And when I'm trying to get out a movie or a video really quickly, and I'm making product videos, I do tend to go towards the GH4 a little bit more just because it is an easier camera to operate. Now the JVC is a really nice camera and it is easy to operate, but there's different things about it that make it a little bit harder, and when we're trying to get tight product shots, I feel like the JVC isn't the best option. But as you can tell, the JVC is a very, very wide angle. You can see this chair right here. You can't see it on the GH4. Also, you get a little bit wider view. The GH4 you don't, but it does matter on what lens you're using. I'm using the 14 to 42 millimeter lens. It's not super wide, and this does have a crop factor. It's a pretty substantial one. This one's actually really wide, not much of a crop factor at all. So that's something to keep in mind. I do tend to prefer the JVC when we're doing stuff at this table down here, which you can't see. I can get closer into the subject and still have a wide enough view, and you get the whole table in frame, and I don't have to stick the camera all the way on the other side of the room. But the GH4 is nice with this crop factor when we're trying to get overhead product shots. And when you're trying to get really nice zoomed in shots, you don't have to use zoom much because it already has a good crop factor. But one thing that is a downside is that you do have to put the GH4 farther back. So I actually have the GH4 about 6 inches behind the JVC camera, just because the fact that this one has such a wide angle lens that I have to move this one back in order to get relatively the same field of view. And you still don't see this chair down here, but we do get the window and the lamp you get more of the window and more of the lamp on the JVC. So one thing that's nice about that is the very, very wide lens. But there you have it. That is our comparison between the JVC GY-HM170UA and the Panasonic GH4. If you have any questions about either of these cameras, let me know in the comment section below. We've been using both of them for a while and we know our way around these cameras. If you like this video, leave a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos coming from these two cameras right here. This is Mark with iOptech128 and I will see you in the next one.